インドの男に教わったコブラの笛が合図だよ。悲しい音色が聞こえたらバルコニーから出ておいで。リンゴの木の下でずっと待ってたよ。熟したリンゴが落ちるまで。
In live theater, you have three basic types of stage structure, three forms of audience-performer relationship. First, we have the classic proscenium stage, in which the performing area is recessed behind a framing structure, the proscenium, and the audience faces the stage head-on, viewing the performer frontally, much like you would a movie. The proscenium format allows for things like scenic backdrops to help create imaginary settings. Wings on each side of the stage allow performers to appear and disappear quickly and easily. Because of this physical structure separating audience from the performer, a proscenium stage tends to add an element of formality to the experience. It's theatre with a British accent. Local examples of theaters with a proscenium stage include the Amundsen, the Pantages, and the Wiltern. Next, you have the thrust stage, so called because the performing area thrusts outward beyond the proscenium, or perhaps there is no proscenium at all, and the audience is positioned on three sides of the action, front, left, and right. You still have a background for the performers, however, there's more of a feeling of the performer entering into the audience's world, and vice versa. Examples of this range from the Mark Taper Forum to the Bradley Theatre at LATC to the Old Globe Theatre of Shakespeare's time. Finally, there's theatre in the round, in which the audience completely surrounds the stage, setting the performer right in the midst of them. There are no wings from which to enter or exit, there can be no backdrops, and basically, there's no place to hide. This creates a sense of intimacy you generally can't get with a proscenium format. With theater in the round, you can experience the performer more three-dimensionally, sometimes in much closer proximity, as if you were right next to them and could just reach out and touch them. This can add a greater intimacy to the theatrical experience, even to the point of being unsettling. In addition to these, you have amphitheaters, arenas, black box spaces, but they're all basically variations on these three primary forms. Theater in the round is probably the oldest form of all, probably created by ancient Sumerian street performers who would gather a crowd around and do their thing. The crowd would either give them a few shekels or stone them to death. In this way, the form served multiple functions: spontaneous income generating and quality control. And this is probably why it caught on. I have a little confession to make. Personally, I hate theater in the round. I hate it. See, here's the thing. You can only face one direction at a time, right? So, someone's always looking at your back. Someone always is looking at your back. So what do? You have to keep turning. Make sure you distribute your focus equally around the space, all the way around 360 degrees. Now, this is a lot of extra work on top of everything else you're trying to do, right, Tucker? He knows. I mean, I could just quickly turn around so that even if you get my back, you only get it for a second, but then of course you only get my front for a second too, and then I also get dizzy, so that doesn't really solve the problem. You know, I just can't stand the idea of somebody being ignored, someone being left out, you know? You know, it just drives me crazy. And then, well, what do you do at those critical, dramatic moments in the performance when the deepest truth is about to pour from your soul? Who gets to see it and who gets your back? I don't know about you, but I find this very problematic. See, what this is really about, it's about connection. It's about connecting with the people that you're with, you know. It's this two-way thing between the performer and the viewer, you know. That's the main difference between watching a movie and watching a live performance, the potential for this two-way thing. See, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm trying to connect with him. And oh, yes, there he is. So look, we're connecting, right? And I'm giving you my face and my soul and my, not really giving him my soul, but I'm giving you my eyes, the eyes, that's it, the eyes, windows to the soul. Our eyes meet, and I see you, and you see me, and we're connecting, and this is so intense, and this does not happen in a movie theater. No. And meanwhile, what are the people behind me getting? They're getting this. Now, how engaging is that, huh? You know, I mean, while well, he turned away, but while you were getting all this energy and focus from my face, these folks just see this. I don't know. On the other hand, well, wait a minute. Something just occurred to me. Well, I'm facing this way. Actually, I'm talking about the people behind me. So, you know, maybe that's the answer to the problem. Whatever way I'm facing, I'm talking to the people behind me. Yeah, that's it. So I'm looking this way, but really, I'm talking to, you know, Stephanie and Peggy over in the corner there? Yeah, are you with me? You feel it? Okay, yeah, all right, problem solved. Great. I love theater in the round. You know, what is this? What does it mean to experience connection? This energy that passes between us. Now, this is really kind of an adult question, you know, because children, especially really young children, this is not an issue for them. They're totally plugged in. They're totally connected with themselves and everything around them. But for us adults, it gets a little tricky. Okay, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Say you're standing at the checkout line in Ralph's or Trader Joe's. Okay, Whole Foods. It's Pasadena. And okay, so there's this baby sitting in the shopping cart in front of you, and it notices you, and it looks at you, and looks at you, and looks at you, and looks at you. It's just looking at you. With no embarrassment, no doubt, no fear, no shame, no sense of anything being wrong. It's just looking. How long can you just look back? How long before you just gotta turn away? And when you turn back, they're still looking at you. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. Once upon a time, that was you and me, that baby in the shopping cart. Once upon a time, we looked for each other. We wanted each other. Before the fears and doubts and strangeness settled into our brains, we were ready, willing, and able to connect with anyone, anywhere.